Hi there. You might have seen this matchstick puzzle where you take 8 matches and put them together to make a sort of a stylized fish, and in this case the fish is pointing right. And then the question then, or the puzzle, asks you, can you move 3 matches to get the fish to point in the other direction? And it's just a matter of picking up 1, 2, 3 matches there. We've left 5 matches in their original position and putting 1 match there, the second match there, and the third match there, and suddenly the fish is pointing in the other direction. It's pointing left. And once I did that puzzle, I thought, is it possible? Is it possible to move 4 matches and to get the fish to move, or the fish to point in the other direction? And yes, it is. I'll pick up 1, 2, 3 and 4 matches, and I've got 4 matches in their original position, and I'll put the first match there, the second match there, third match there, and the fourth match there, and suddenly the fish is pointing in the other direction. It's pointing right, so you can move 3 matches and 4 matches and successfully get the fish to point in the other direction. And then I thought to myself, is it possible to move 5 matches? And actually I looked at this for a while, but I couldn't really see that it was possible to move 5 matches, and I'll show you why. So I'll pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches, and I've left 3 matches on the table. And then I'll put a match there, a match there, a match there, and a match there, and a match there. And there we go, the fish is actually pointing in the opposite direction, but that actual match there didn't move. It just got picked up, and maybe another match got put in its place. But there was actually a match in that position, in that position before, while the fish was pointing right. And so there's still a match there in that position while the fish is pointing left, and so that match didn't actually move. It was sort of swapped or replaced. So it wasn't really possible to move 5 matches, and I'll show you why. So if I pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's the 5 matches that I moved. So I pick that one up and I put it back in the same spot, and then I put 2, 3, 4 and 5 matches like that, but only really 4 matches have moved, because I've still got that basic 4 matches in those original positions when the fish was facing left or the fish was facing right, and I swapped direction. So it's actually not possible to move. It's possible to swap matches around, but because you're not actually moving a match to a new position, a new vacant position, then it's actually not possible. It's actually not possible, I don't believe. Happy to be proved wrong, but I don't believe it's possible to move 5 matches and get the fish to point in the opposite direction. And so, okay, so the next thing to consider, is it possible to move 6 matches and get the fish to point in the opposite direction? And I'll pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and 2 matches are there in their original position. And I'll put a match there, a match there, a match there, whoops, dropping one, there, there and there, and you can see that it's possible to move 6. Yep, it's possible to move 6 matches, and now the fish is pointing left. Yep, lost that little match there up on the top of the screen. And then is it possible to move 7 matches and get the fish to point in the opposite direction? And yes, it is. I'll pick up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's leave 1 match in the original position, and I'll pop those 7 matches down like that, and that match has stayed there. It hasn't moved. And there we go. Suddenly the fish is pointing in the opposite direction, so it's possible to move 7. And then the next one obviously is 8 matches. Is it possible to move 8 matches? And that's just a matter of picking up all the matches and setting up the fish in a different direction, in a different location, and pointing in the opposite direction. So there we go. So I've shown you today that it's possible to move 3 matches, 4 matches, 6 matches, 7 matches, and 8 matches, and to get the fish to point in the opposite direction. But I don't believe in all the trial and error that I've tried, that it's possible to move 5 matches and to get the fish to point in the opposite direction. And by move, I mean actually putting a match on a new position that doesn't currently have a match on it at the moment. Putting it into a new position and to get the fish to point in the opposite direction. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.